Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has been issued with a conditional offer of fixed penalty by Lancashire Constabulary for failing to wear a seatbelt while filming this social media clip in the back of a moving car yesterday. You may remember that was posted on social media and the Prime Minister apologised for not wearing a seatbelt, where he has now been issued with a conditional offer of fixed penalty by Lancashire Constabulary for failing to wear a seatbelt. Certainly the evidence was there. The Prime Minister acknowledged it and he apologised for it. And he's now been sent a conditional offer of fixed penalty. No idea how much that will be, but that is the decision by Lancashire Police following that video filmed in the back of a car on the Prime Minister's visit to the north of England yesterday, where he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. He apologised, he acknowledged it, and he's now been issued with a conditional offer of a fixed penalty. And we can go to our political correspondent, Joe Pike, who is standing by for us at Westminster. Joe, what more can you tell us about this breaking news?
Well, I don't think there was much Rishi Sunak could do in his defence, because he put his hands up and admitted it pretty fast. I think Number 10 and Lancashire Police are keen to move on from this pretty quickly. But it clearly was, as the PM admitted, an error of judgment. It wasn't just that he wasn't wearing a seatbelt in his prime ministerial car, but that he filmed it, and then that was shared on social media. It seemed inevitable from that moment on that the police would have to give a fine, and Lancashire Police, as you say, have released this statement, not naming Rishi Sunak, but talking of a 42-year-old man. They said on Twitter, following the circulation of a video on social media showing an individual failing to wear a seatbelt while a passenger in a moving car in Lancashire, we have today, Friday, issued a 42-year-old man from London with a conditional offer of a fixed penalty notice. Now, Sky News has contacted Number 10 for an official response on this story. I'm sure they'll confirm that Rishi Sunak intends to pay this conditional offer of a fixed penalty notice and moved on. Of course, it's the second time he's been fined. He got a fine around Partygate. Labour may use this to feed into the sort of picture they try and create of a government not necessarily always adhering to the rules, but Rishi Sunak has tried to differentiate his leadership and his premiership from that of some of his predecessors, in particular Boris Johnson. He spoke about wanting to provide a different level of integrity, professionalism and accountability when he was on the steps of Downing Street on day one. And I'm sure his willingness to put his hands up quickly, admit wrongdoing and move on is part of that attempt. Number 10, I think, will be pleased that this has been dealt with before the weekend, before Sunday political shows, before Sunday papers. And I think they'll be hoping voters forget about it soon too.
Yeah, certainly, Joe. I think they'll hope that this is the line under it, as you say. Thanks very much indeed for the update. Thank you.